Hello, dear student of second year middle school, and welcome to another episode of English online courses. So, we still always with the sequence number 3, me and my health. So, before getting to our new lesson, let's talk a little bit about the previous lesson. So, the previous lesson was about expressing obligation and expressing prohibition. Expressing obligation with the modal verb must and expressing prohibition with the modal verb or the same modal verb must plus not. Must not. Okay, so this was a quick review about the previous lesson. So today's lesson, guys, is about asking for and giving advice. Asking for and giving advice. Okay, so let's see what does it mean in advice. So advice as a noun is an opinion that someone offers you about what you should or should not do, or how you should or should not act in a particular situation. So this is the noun of advice. The verb is to advise. To advise. So here the difference between the verb and the noun is only in the letter S here. So the noun is written with C and the verb is with S. To advise. To advise someone. The act of advising or giving someone the advice. The act of advising or giving someone the advice. So to ask for advice, we use the following order. So here we have what plus modal verb or modal auxiliary should plus subject plus verb and of course the question mark. So this is the general structure for asking for advice. Okay, for example, here we have me. For example, here we have a dialogue between me and my partner. For example, we start by me. I have a headache. I have a headache. What should I do? What should I do? I have headache. What should I do? So here we have what plus the modal verb should plus subject plus the verb. Okay, so to ask for advice, we say our problem first. We say our problem first. For example, here I have a headache. I have a headache. Then we ask for the advice. Then after saying our problem, we are going to ask for advice. I feel pain, for example, in my head. I have headache. What should I do? Here I am asking for the advice. Now, after I've asked for advice, now my partner comes to give me the advice. Okay? For example, to give an advice, I use the following order: subject plus modal auxiliary plus should not plus the verb. In the affirmative, I say, for example, you should visit a doctor. You should visit a doctor. So here I have asked my partner for the advice. I said I have headache. What should I do? So my partner has responded for me and said you should visit a doctor. So it's better for you, or I'm advising you to visit a doctor. Okay, so here we have the following order. We start always by subject, you, then we have the modal auxiliary should, and we have the verb visit, then a doctor. You should visit a doctor. Now, dear guys, we move to the negative form. The negative form. The negative form, of course, there is always the sign which I gave you in our lesson when we were in the classroom. I told you that we always use not to express negativity, or to express negation. You should not drink too much coffee. You should not drink too much coffee. Okay, so I have headache. What should I do? My partner, you should visit a doctor, and you should not drink too much coffee. So this was the first way to ask about an advice and to give an advice. Now we move to another way for asking and giving advice. Okay, so here we have another way to ask for advice. So here, dear student, I use the reversion. Okay, I use the reversion between the modal auxiliary and subject. The modal auxiliary and subject. So we always use the verb which is conjugated. Okay, here we have the modal auxiliary, which is a verb or a conjugated verb, and we have the second verb which is not conjugated. Okay, for example, here we have, should I drink water every time? Should I drink water every time? So where is the subject here? The subject here is I. Okay, the I is the subject. Should, of course, the modal auxiliary or the conjugated verb. Then we have a drink, which is the second verb or the non-conjugated verb, and the rest of the sentence, which is water every time. Should I drink water every time? Question mark. Now we move to the response, which is giving advice. To give an advice, I say yes. Should I drink water every time? So the answer here is going to be with yes or no. Okay, yes, you should. Yes, you should. If you want to stay healthy. Yes, you should. Of course. Yes, you should drink water if you want to stay healthy. So to avoid repetition here, we say yes, you should if you want to stay healthy. Or we use the second way to give an advice, which is the negation. Here we have the affirmative form here, and we have the negative form here. The negative form, for example, here we have you should not drink water in the day of Ramadan because it's prohibited. Okay, you should not drink water in the day of Ramadan because it is prohibited. Okay, prohibited means it's not allowed. It's not allowed for us to drink or to eat food or to drink drinks in the day of Ramadan, because Allah or the Almighty God has prohibited for us to drink or eat. Okay, dear student, let's move to the practice. Practice makes perfect. So, dear student, here we have I complete the following dialogue. Here we have a dialogue between me and my partner. Okay, we have here the first dialogue is: your friend has difficulties learning English. Give him an advice. I have a friend which he is finding some difficulties in learning English, so I'm trying to help him. I'm trying to give him advices to improve his English. Okay, so my partner said, I have difficulties learning English. Question mark. Me read books. I repeat, partner, I have difficulties learning English. Question mark. Me read books. Second, we have your friend has a health problem and he is asking for your help, or he is asking for advice. So, partner, I am sneezing. I am sneezing. What is sneezing? This is sneezing. Sneeze. I am sneezing. Question mark. Me drink cold water. Drink cold water. Okay, dear students, I'm gonna leave you to make this or to complete this following or the following dialogue. Take your time, read the sentences again, try to understand and use the previous rules and try to fill in the gaps. Good luck. Okay, team up, dear students. Let's move to the correction. So, the first one, your friend has difficulties learning English. Give him an advice. Partner, I have difficulties learning English. What should I do? What plus the modal auxiliary should plus subject plus verb. What should I do? So asking for advice. Then me, you should read books. you should read books. This is giving advice. Second one is your friend has a health problem and he's asking for advice. Partner, I am sneezing. What should I do? I'm sneezing. What should I do? Here he is asking for advice. Me, you should not drink cold water. You should not drink cold water. So this is giving advice. So we have reached the end of the lesson. Thank you, dear guys, for your attention. Hopefully you will find it useful and fruitful. Thank you again, and we will meet in the next session. Bye.